Guys, what's up? It's Jacob the Burby guy. Okay. Was making sure I wasn't on mute. People keep saying it's just gonna be a July 20th direct, which there's all the signs that point to that. But there's also just not official word yet, which, to be fair, Nintendo doesn't really do it until the very last second. But for now, I'm gonna have to believe, because there has been Twitter evidence for F-Zero and Super Mario. So what I've made a tier list of pretty much follow my Twitter, by the way. Pretty much what I've done is made a tier list of who's most likely, what game's most likely to be announced. So what we have is Super Mario 35th Anniversary, which is sort of like this culmination of all 3D Mario games. It's supposed to be like Super Mario All-Stars for the Game Boy, if you remember that. F-Zero, which we do have evidence of, have Smash. Breath of the Wild 2, no title yet. Metroid Prime 4, Pikmin 4, Kid Icarus Uprising 2, and Crown Tundra DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. And this is only first party stuff, because I know they would announce third party stuff for the Switch. But first off, let's start with the Crown Tundra DLC. We don't know exactly when this is coming out. I mean winter, definitely, because you're going north in the snowy biome, right? But really, they haven't shown off all of it, because I bet there's some legendary that could be shown. I don't know who, but there has to be one more legendary. And maybe they can explain it more. So it's happening, definitely. Or maybe I should say it's very likely, because they did announce it to be coming out in the fall or winter period, which is more like November or October, so maybe July is the time to be announcing that. Kid Icarus Uprising 2. Now, Sakurai has said he's not making another Kid Icarus game, but that does not mean someone else couldn't. But then again, people like Uprising so much because Sakurai reinvented the characters, and I don't know really. I'm gonna say it's not likely for the sake of how do I want to phrase this? For the sake of, oh man, I can't think of something to say. For the sake of the game and what Sakurai is doing, because I bet most people won't buy it if Sakurai's not gonna develop it. Then again, the first one's told so well, so if they do the story right, I'm sure people would buy it. Pikmin 4, I don't feel like it. I think it's possible, but then again, so are Pikmin 3 remakes. I mean, you can't. It's weird. We know Nintendo knows Pikmin. People are begging for a Pikmin 4, just like they beg for Animal Crossing and Pokemon on the Switch. But they keep inching it backwards. And I know development for games is very long, but I think it's possible. Let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. The thing with Prime 4 is Nintendo, or the people who were originally developing Metroid Prime 4, pretty much quit. So a new developer is making the game. Now we don't know what this is going to do to the story, how much it's going to set it back. But I'm looking at a 2021 release date, right? Or maybe winter of 2020, because we have no games releasing then except for the Crown Tundra. So, but then again, they don't really appease to that, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna say it's not likely. Breath of the Wild 2. Now, we've seen gameplay. We sort of understand what Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be about. It's gonna be like the Cloud Ganon thing. It's pretty much just like Ganondorf's spirit, pretty much. But really, if they could announce a release date, that would be fantastic. Maybe even a title. Pretty much just a title would be fine. Maybe more gameplay footage. I think it's very likely. Smash. We know Min Min's out. We know she's really mediocre. There's a lot of people who hate her. There's a lot of people who love her. She's mid-tier at best. But, and I know people in the Smash community are like really distraught over recent things that have been happening in the community. But I think it's very likely we could get a Smash guest. Now, I'm gonna rate both of these F-Zero and Super Mario games because there have been official Twitter accounts that have been leaked to this Nintendo email, or so they say. We don't know if they're gonna be revealed during this July 20th Direct or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and say F-Zero's definitely happening, because there hasn't been an F-Zero game in, what is it, like 8 years, over a decade? I mean, it's possible, it's happening. We're getting an F-Zero game. Now, the thing about Super Mario 35th Anniversary, we don't know if it's gonna be one game, or if they're gonna be bringing 64, Sunshine, 3D World, 3D Land, or Galaxy, both Galaxy games, which I probably already said, excuse me. We don't know if they're going in one game, or if they're gonna spread the games across in like eShop exclusives. But I'm gonna say, because that Twitter account was pretty much discovered, I think it's happening. Probably not during the Direct, but it's definitely happening. Maybe F-Zero will be the big reveal, and then like in August they'll reveal Super Mario 35th. I mean, so it's like the second most likely thing. But anyways, guys, this has been the Burby Guy. Jacob, the Burby Guy. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. I mean, the most wonderful day you've ever had.